Hey there, and welcome to another one of my Slab City updates. Check out the artwork behind me. Yeah, that piece was given to me by Michael. So thank you, brother. Appreciate that. Um, so last week I said this week coming up was going to be a busy week, and actually it wasn't. I thought that I had two different people scheduled to stay like 4 or 5 days couch surfing. Turns out actually one was this week and one was last week or next week coming up. And the person that was supposed to come this week is actually doing was working out in the area and was interviewing different Trump supporters for a book that he's writing, and he wanted to kind of, when he was in the area, to stay down here, but actually not too many of his interviews were too close to here, although he did swing out by for a day, and we actually, to check out different things in Slab City, and we hung out for like 15 minutes or so. And asked me, hey, is it cool if I give you short notice if I can stop by? And I was like, of course, yes, you can. And so hopefully he will stop by. He did kick me down some water and a 12-pack of beer, so I appreciate that. I mean, didn't stay at all. And actually, to make things a little bit easier for people to stay with me, I'm going to be buying a bunkhouse trailer and making it so that, I can have people stay with me. I won't have to worry about their stuff getting wet or anything like that. And the trailer that I'm going to be purchasing does come with an air conditioner, so it's also going to be an emergency cooling shelter too this summer. I'm probably going to have to buy a generator to be able to run that, and I'm not super excited about that. But in the same respect, I am like, this is an emergency, life-death situation, burning some fossil fuel, okay. Sitting and running it all the time so I can be cool, not cool. So I am going to be using it sparingly and to make sure that, if somebody comes stays out here and they just weren't fucking equipped and didn't realize it was going to be that hot, that, we can get them cooled down without having to go, too far or anything like that. So, and actually, you can help fund that by kicking me some money down on PayPal, and so that I'm not, totally fucking e-spanging you, I do have some perks. And the links for the perks and stuff like that is below. For $25, anybody who donates $25 towards this in the next 2 weeks is going to get a copy of my eCookbook that is almost complete, or almost to the point where I'm willing to send it out. When I update it with new pictures and stuff like that, people who get the copies now will constantly have access to a fresh copy. So just want you to know that. For $100, you can come stay in the bunkhouse overnight, and I'll even cook you dinner. And like the bunkhouse will occupy 4, so like that's up to 4 people, so like that's like $25 overnight for a fucking meal staying out here. That's nothing, that's quite fair. And not to pat myself too hard on the back, but I can be good company, and I'm a fairly decent cook, so yeah, I definitely think that's well worth it. And for $250, you can spend a night. You and one other person can spend overnight in the Tantra Tentpole. You can kick me out. I'll go stay in the fucking bunkhouse overnight. You stay in my house. You live, pretty much the life of luxury as the homeless have it. And I'll cook you dinner too, and that for the low price of $250. Like, that's like a bargain, seriously. So yeah, please help me get a bunkhouse so that when people come stay, it can be an easier transition for them. And like, let's be honest, sometimes gotta have some place to put the crib midgets while you're fucking their mom. Did I say? So, like, the bunkhouse isn't very attractive, so any money that is raised past the what it's going to cost for the trailer, which is $250, and whatever it costs me for a small generator. I'm guessing that's going to be something like another $250. Anything above and beyond that will help to go fix that place up, get new mattresses, get a fresh coat of paint, and sparse up the place. As well as I'm hoping to find some artists out there that will actually help me with what I'm envisioning for the outside of it. So like if you're an artist and you'd like to come do a work exchange, like hook me up, let's talk. Yeah, let's do a 4 questions with Coz. We got another 4 questions with Coz. We got Styx here with us today. Styx, tell us a little bit about yourself.
Okay, a little bit about me. Born in Oklahoma, moved to North Carolina whenever I was 8. Been traveling back and forth across the United States since I was 17. 35 now.
Cool. So what's brought you to Slab City?
Originally, my grandfather showed me some stuff about this whenever I was 8, whenever I first moved to North Carolina. He did a bunch of internet research and then wanted to come out here. Since then, though, I can't exactly explain it. I suppose the reason that I keep coming back is outside of my own, understanding. I continue to do so. I love the place.
Cool. So what is your favorite thing about the place?
The freedom to pretty much do whatever you want, so long as you're not hurting somebody else. If you're not encroaching on somebody else's space or destroying stuff, nobody gives a fuck. And I think that that is beautiful.
Right on. What has surprised you most?
The way things come and go here. If you've been here repetitively, you'll see some things that you just think are amazing that you'd never expect to disappear. And then you come back 4 or 5 years later and they're either A, empty, or B, just gone.
And if there was one thing you could change about the place, what would it be?
The politics, to be honest about it. There are too many groups out here that are lean towards their intention. If people out here work together just a little bit more on some things, I think that this place would be even better than it already is.
Cool. That's been another 4 questions with Coz. Welcome back. And so like I said, the week was fairly uneventful, but it was pretty busy in the food giveaway program thing going on around here. On Tuesday it was Ernie's, and on Wednesday it was the commodities as well as the $2 food box at the church in Calapat. And I gotta admit, I liked it better when Ernie was showing up on the last Tuesday of the month rather than the third Tuesday, because now we got those 2 programs back to back, and they often do give us meat at those. So it was kind of nice having the week in between. Like this week, Ernie's gave us a pound of hamburger. A couple of people kicked theirs down to me, so I made these meatballs that were coconut curry, and they were just delicious, and I'm probably going to make them again and going to do a video on it as well. And then commodities gave us 10 pounds of chicken again. So yeah, it would have been nice to kind of have that little gap, but yeah, after lifting all those boxes of food, I kind of threw out my bag, so wasn't real useful actually much past Wednesday afternoon. So didn't do a whole lot of anything, and ended up not going to. There was a special range on Friday. A couple of bands from LA came down to play some shows. Didn't make it to that. Didn't make it to the normal Saturday range event or the dinner at Haven. And not all of that was because of, my bad back. Part of it was because of a message conversation I had with a friend of mine that kind of went like this. Hey, Coz, I heard you met so-and-so and that you guys got a date tomorrow. Me? Really? Date? First time I heard anything about it, laugh out loud. Friend again? Oops. She's gonna stop by tomorrow. I didn't say shit. So fast forward to tomorrow. This is Friday. Kind of kicking it around, waiting, thinking maybe somebody will stop by. Nobody stops by at all. I got stood up for my date that wasn't, even a date by, confirmed by the person I was supposedly having a date with. Anyways, so I hit my friend up the next day, and I'm like, oh, thanks for crushing my soul again. Laugh out loud. And then they reply back, she's out that way today. Bet she'll stop by. So yeah, that was range night. I didn't end up going to the Haven, didn't end up going to the range, and once again, no show at all. So yeah, so much for having a date, and like, I'm not upset with the person at all because they never said that they were gonna come hang out at all. But my friend who was feeding me that information, fuck you. I mean, I love you, but fuck you. Um, so I want to do a question and answer video next week. So if you have any questions about my life, how I live, the slabs, anything like that, just go ahead and post it below. And I'll also try to go through some of the older videos and see if I can pull some questions out of there so I can put together a Q&A sort of thing. And also, like, I'm not really exactly digging this Wolverine hairdo, and like, I'm really torn between, do I want to just tough this shit out for a bit until I can start, doing proper dreads, and then start rocking to do like Ragnar from the first couple of seasons of Vikings and show my heritage, or do I just want to do the bald by choice sort of thing? Anyways, I noticed a few of you like to comment on me trimming my beard and being more presentable. So, I like your input on that. Doesn't mean that I'm going to listen to you, but I would like to get your input on that. Anyways, that's another update. Peace, love, and all that hippie jazz.
Send Coz some money on PayPal so he can buy himself something to eat. Then he won't have to sell his body to Albanian men on the street. Where broke hippies living out in the desert, no money and no shoes. And he may smoke the marijuana, but at least he won't spend it on booze. If you enjoy Coz's videos with their off-the-grid DIY vibe, send Coz some money on PayPal, or like, share, and subscribe. Like, share, and subscribe. Like, share, and subscribe.
Bam. Nailed it. No, shit, that's not fucking touchscreen.